My name is Muneyi. I am a singer, songwriter, all-round musician. A middle-aged white man. Yeah, so I can have all the privilege in the world. That I am kind. Yeah. I can't live without my guitar, my grandmother, and my pots. I learned how to use Logic Pro. I learned how to record myself properly and do a small premix. Nothing too hectic, but I pretty much became a young engineer in the making. Yeah. Usually on a rainy day, I'll watch the rain or sleep a lot or watch a rom-com. I like action more, but I think rainy days are nicer when you're watching something a little bit more warm and lovey-dovey. Yeah. Wi-Fi, super fast Wi-Fi. I'm working on an EP. I won't say the name, but it's extremely personal, and it also just focuses on things that people know about me, but I don't think they've had a chance to think about because of my previous project, which was dedicated to somebody else. So this is more exciting because it focuses on me as an individual, not just as somebody who's sort of, dedicating a body of work to someone else. As a consumer, it's tough because I don't enjoy music that much. I do listen to learn. I listen when I feel specific things, but I'm not going to wake up and play a song. Sometimes 2 days or 3 days will go by without me playing any music. Mostly because I'll be in a good mood. When I'm feeling good, I don't need to play music. But as a maker of music, I really sort of love that I can listen to music and be able to break it down in my head and really sort of be able to figure out the intention of the person who made the music. So just the dualities, the contrasting, well, the contrast rather is very fascinating even to myself. I think I couldn't help it. No, a person like me, coming from my background, wouldn't necessarily become a musician. I was a STEM major. I was focusing on chemistry and physics and mathematics, but I just couldn't help but feel like I really want to tell stories, and long form writing felt tedious, and I already loved singing. So in the beginning, it felt like it was the easiest way to tell a story. And the more I did it, the more I fell in love, and it felt like it was what I was called, or rather what I am called to do. It's like my purpose in life. Firstly, because it's extremely important to tell any story, whether it's a true story or not. And secondly, I think it's important to sort of archive Black stories and stories of, young people, all sorts of people actually. And also, there's so much healing in telling stories. So I guess that is why I do it. Yeah. It's interesting. I think everyone's first project is very frustrating, especially if you're under-resourced. There's this urge to put this out. Like, I need people to hear me. I need people to listen to my story. And you forget that no one is anticipating anything. No one's waiting for anyone to release something that they don't know. So it also affects the creative process. You make from a place of, I really need to be this. There's a certain level of perfection because now you're opening yourself up to scrutiny, you're opening yourself up to critique. So first project was definitely that. But now that I've gotten that out of the way, I'm also moving away from paying my respects, which is also a thing that I felt I needed to do with my first project, paying my respects to the people who nurtured me, who took care of me, and just focusing on a more personal narrative. But even then, allowing myself to change my mind as I go. Like, today I can be hot, tomorrow I can be cold, and the next day I can be lukewarm. And just being okay with all of those differences and dynamics from a more relaxed place. If I'm recording and there's some click that leaks into the recording, I'm not as pedantic as I would have been in my first project. I also have a much greater respect for just the process. It's become more about the process than the final product, of which I think for most people working on their first project, it's that. And also just opening myself up to collaborating with other people whose work aligns with mine, people whose work I'm fascinated by, people who are fascinated by my work as well, and just seeing where that goes. I'm not so much married to the idea I created of what my music could be. I'm just more open to how it wants to come out. I was in love with someone for 2 years, and I woke up every day and I chose them. And one day they stopped choosing me, and that sort of really broke my heart. So the day we separated, I woke up and something inside felt off. I woke up and I wrote a song about things ending because I wanted to console myself. And the first line was, "It's not only the world that ends." And even though that song or that phrase came from a very heartbroken place, it sort of liberated me to not hold on to everything. Like, things end, some things don't materialize. So yeah, that heartbreak shook me. Yeah, I was shackled. But yeah, I'm back in my redacted form now. Yeah.